Dad, the handkerchief has poison on it. Don't touch it. Maya's voice crashed through the grand wedding hall like a warning siren, so sharp it cut the organ music short. You could feel the air in that cathedral change, 400 guests frozen mid-breath, every silk gown and tux pressed and perfect, now a little wrinkled by panic. Up at the altar, Elliot Granger, man who built empires on certainty, stood motionless, his hand halfway to his breast pocket, where a white silk handkerchief rested, suddenly heavier than stone. He turned, slow as if moving underwater, staring at Maya, his daughter, who stood in the last pew. Fists clenched, face pale, but burning with urgency. You ever see a room full of adults get shamed by a 9-year-old's fear? Yeah, that happened. Sweetheart, Elliot managed, half soothing, half panicked, trying to rescue what was left of his wedding day. Come up here, it's all right, Maya. But Maya didn't budge, her eyes locked on him, desperate. Dad, please don't touch it. I saw her, she put something on it. Last night, in her room, it smelled like chemicals. It burned her hand, please. The sanctuary went from wedding to trial in a heartbeat, suspicion spreading like a bad rumor. Clara, Elliot's sister, perfection in pearls, snapped, security, get that child out of here, this is disgraceful. And there was Isidore, Elliot's fine sea gliding to his side in her lacy white gown, voice honeyed but eyes steel. It's okay, she's confused, grief does strange things. But Maya's voice only rose, shattering the hush. Watch this, she cried, digging a flash drive from her purse. It's on the car camera, Marcus copied it for me. Please, Dad. It shows Hershey dipped your handkerchief in something, I saw it. Now it's all on video. All eyes ping-pong from Maya to Isadora, whose mask slipped for just a blink before she chuckled, brittle. That's absurd. Children imagine things. Maya's next words stopped her cold. Then prove it, put on these. She offered disposable gloves, the same kind Elliot used in his study for rare books. Pick up the handkerchief with these, then wipe her face with it. If it's safe, she won't mind. And just like that, the power in the room shifted, because sometimes truth doesn't come dressed as a speech. Sometimes it's a kid in shiny shoes holding out a pair of gloves, daring the grown-ups to do the right thing. If her courage hit you even a little, leave a comment. Tell us where you're watching from, and let's see how far one voice can reach. If you believe truth matters, subscribe for more stories just like this. Isadora went pale. Elliot hesitated, his empire now balanced on a piece of cloth. Someone coughed. A guest whispered, "Why not just prove it?" So, trembling, Elliot took the gloves from Maya and lifted the handkerchief, the symbol of tradition, now something much darker. "Is it true?" he asked, low and even. Isadora bristled. She's just a child, overwhelmed. But Elliot was watching Maya, her eyes wide but steady, that heartbreak only a kid can have when a parent doubts them. He'd seen that look before from his late wife, from his sister, now from his daughter. Isadora tried to steer them away. "Let's go to the vestry, sort this out privately." But Maya held her ground. "Just wipe her face with it. That's all I'm asking." Murmurs grew. Elliot's old business partner, Paul Chandler, leaned over. "That girl's sharp, not a drama queen." Clara rolled her eyes but stayed silent, jaw clenched. Elliot's brand control, narrative, certainty all crumbled at the tip of a handkerchief. He turned to the priest. "Can we have a moment?" The priest nodded. Elliot crouched beside Maya. "You said Marcus helped you?" She nodded, voice soft. "He copied the footage from the car camera. You can ask him. Is he here?" She hesitated. He was supposed to be. He might have been stopped. Isadora's fingers twitched. At that moment, an usher came running. "Sir, Mr. Granger, there's been an accident. Marcus Cola's car, someone cut his brakes. He's in the ER." Gasps rippled. Isadora said nothing. The usher added, "He asked for you, and for Maya." Elliot took Maya's cold hand, leading her away. In a quiet side hall, he knelt. "Tell me everything." Maya told him. The kitchen, the chemical smell, the red mark on Isadora's hand, the words overheard. "No one will suspect if it looks natural," the car camera, the backup plan to show the video if she couldn't stop the wedding. Elliot listened, guilt and realization colliding. "Why didn't you come to me sooner?" "I tried. You didn't listen." That hurt, deeper than any poison could. "We're leaving," Elliot said, voice steady. "What about the wedding?" "There isn't going to be one." Back in the sanctuary, the crowd was restless. Isadora clutched her bouquet, a smile carved in ice. Elliot took the mic. "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. This ceremony will not continue." Isadora hissed. "You're throwing this away for a child's enough." Elliot's tone brooked no argument. "Security, please escort Miss Lauren to the waiting area. She's not to leave until questioned." "What about the poison?" someone shouted. "This will be tested," Elliot replied. "If it's clean, I'll apologize. If not, someone I trusted tried to kill me." As security closed in, Isadora's mask fell away for one breath, hatred clear, as Dathan snapped back as she let herself be let out. Elliot hugged Maya, whispering, "I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But I do now." Some guests clapped, not polite applause, but raw relief. 3 hours later, Elliot sat in the back of his car, the handkerchief sealed in a zip bag, Maya beside him, small, silent, changed. "We're going to the hospital," he told her. "To see Marcus." She nodded, handing him the flash drive. Marcus made 2 copies, in case something happened to him. Elliot's jaw tightened. The number Isadora mentioned, 800 million, wasn't public. She knew about his accounts, his will. She knew more than he'd realized. At the hospital, Marcus was banged up but alive. "You saw it?" he asked. "Not yet. You'll want to. It's convincing." Maya added, "She had a backup plan. There's someone else, Dimitri. I heard her say his name twice." Elliot's mind raced. This goes deeper than I thought. They watched the footage, Isadora alone, treating the handkerchief with chemicals, muttering about a perfect accident. "She would have done it," Elliot whispered. "No," Maya said. "She would have done worse at the reception. She just wanted to make it look like an accident." Then, a detective arrived. "Mr. Granger, I'm Detective Fields. We just learned Isadora isn't who she claims. Interpol's been searching for her as Ilsa Volov, connected to deaths across Europe. This footage cracks it open. She's lawyering up, but will protect Maya. If she's part of a network, there's risk." Elliot didn't hesitate. "I want armed security at the house. No exceptions." The next morning, Elliot, tired, Hardin met Maya in his home office. She'd drawn a crayon family. Herself, Elliot, and a woman with a red heart crossed out. "It's us before and after. You're brave," he said. "She won't get near us again." But Fields soon returned with new intel. Dmitry Vasilov, a shadowy figure with ties to Elsa, was spotted outside Maya's school. He didn't approach, but he waited. "She's a witness, and Dmitry doesn't leave loose ends." Elliot insisted on homeschooling, round-the-clock guards. Later, alone, Elliot unlocked an old box's marine dog tags, his wife's photo, clues to a past he'd buried. He realized it was time to fight as the man he once was, not just as a father. Soon, they were on the road to Vermont, seeking answers at a clinic tied to Elsa's old life. There, they found files confirming Maya's identity, birth records, the birthmark only Elliot would recognize. Back in New York, Elsa and Dmitry plotted their next movie at Elliot's annual gala, a mass attack to erase memories, cover tracks. At the event, chaos erupted, neurogens released in the ballroom, guests paralyzed. Elliot confronted Elsa. "You were digging too close," she said, vanishing into the night. But the plan failed. Maya was kidnapped, taken into the Vermont woods for the next phase of Elsa's cruel science. But Elliot came for her, stormed the lab, evidence in hand, justice at his side. Elsa was arrested, Maya saved, and the data behind her miracle immunity exposed for what it was, a weapon, not a cure. Back at the cabin, Maya and Elliot began to heal. She wanted to be normal, he told her. She was more than that. She was brave. She was believed. Together, they released the evidence to the world, Maya's testimony leading to hearings, headlines, and real change. Elsa's trial became a landmark for medical ethics. Maya's speech at her own graduation, years later, reminded everyone, sometimes justice is a little black girl in a blue dress who refuses to sit down. So what's justice to you? Is it about punishment, about changing laws, or about making sure no one else ever has to scream to be believed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your story, because the truth only stays silent if we let it.